Just look at these celebrities flirting in front of us. It's so clumsy and convincing when well-known people flirt on live TV. So many questions arise from this question of the affectionate experiences. Is it natural or that's just acting? What'll happen later? In pretty much every case, we don't have a single clue. That's the thing about stars. They do everything to confuse us and compel us to discuss their status. Welcome to the Nexus Channel. Here's some of the times where a TV show was transformed into a scene of first dates filled with awkwardness for the viewers at home. Let's get started with the moments when celebrities get flirty. When Cheryl Cole was a guest at the Graham Norton show with Michael B. Jordan, things got flirty. It was so fast, almost unnoticed for a viewer. Perhaps the most obvious signal was when Cheryl started doing some facial expressions after Michael commented on "The time flies." Well, that immediately sparked some dating rumors between these two, but Cheryl cleared that up in an interview with Capital FM and said that they weren't in any type of a relationship.
Promise me nothing's happening, because otherwise I'm getting quite upset.
No, I promise you nothing's
happening. You promise
happening.
me? All right, thank you, Cheryl.
That's a pinky promise.
In the next clip, Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox are asked questions about their latest Transformers movie. Look at those young cuties. Shia boldly flirts with Megan, singing to commenting on how sexy she looks in her next film. Then they're asked to stage a kiss, and Shia couldn't be happier. Such chemistry between those two. Although Megan seemed a bit cold, she later admitted that they had something going on between them.
I love him. I've never been really quiet about that.
Here's when viewers got to watch actors Sebastian Stan and Sharon Stone basically fall in love. Well, that's not precisely accurate. The reality is that the Avengers Infinity War star had been smitten with the Basic Instinct vixen for quite some time. Wow, give this man a break. He benefits on the shared gig by spinning games so tight that even Tony Stark would have been impressed. Excellent Romanian skills, by the way.
Thank you, because I finally thank you for this tonight.
Want to know what happened between Dame Helen Mirren and Stephen Colbert? The next clip is superiorly hot. Be careful. Colbert actually got some action before the two exchanged words. The legendary British actress was the aggressor during her interview on The Late Show, walking straight up to Colbert and planting a passionate kiss on him just seconds after being introduced, later giving him compliments about his soft lips. Helen admitted that she was waiting for the particular moment for almost 15 years, so we can't blame her for being so bold.
I have been dreaming of doing that for about, 15 years, so I just grabbed my chance.
On The Ellen Show, Charlize Theron is questioned about how she's still single and forced to play a game of choosing possible boyfriends. It's mostly hit and miss until Michael B. Jordan comes up. Apparently, Ellen got some skills in seeing who has feelings. That's why she decided to play a little joke on Charlize, calling Michael B. Jordan to come to the scene. Look at Charlize's face. After some time, Charlize Theron returns to The Ellen Show. She talks about an award show with Charlize's hero Tom Hanks when Ellen decides to surprise Charlize with an actual visit from Michael B. Jordan. Can you take me with you? Of course he will.
Can you take me with you?
No, you stay.
Gal Gadot and Chris Pine were doing an interview together, and things got a bit hotter than expected. Gal Gadot was looking at Pine so passionately, just look at that lip bite. Totally lost herself at some moment, but later remembered she's married. Well, that was not the only time Gal Gadot and Chris Pine were seen flirting with each other. At one interview, Pine was winking to Gal without breaking eye contact at all. You got some skills, Pine. In this clip from the Oscars, Jennifer Lawrence is being interviewed about winning, the moment no star can ever forget. But what makes the scene epic is when Jack Nicholson interrupts to congratulate her and tell her how wonderful she looks. Classic Nicholson. And look at Jennifer. She played it like she's some schoolgirl seeing Justin Bieber for the first time. Well, she later admitted that she loves Jack Nicholson's performance and admires his career. Lil Pump is a nomad when it comes to women. Not so long ago, he admitted having some relations with Riley Reid. Then he made a lil flirt with iCarly show star Miranda Cosgrove. The most hilarious confusion happened when Pump watched Billie Eilish's Instagram Live and decided to shoot his shot by commenting on some bizarre comments, saying, "You're the love of my life. Please let me wife you. Let me take you on a date." And finally, "All right, babe, I'm out." And well, it proceeded by her bursting out laughing and saying, "No thanks."
No thanks.
Ooh, that was tough. But don't lose your spirit. When a fan meeting his favorite star gets a little awkward. On The Ellen Show, Charlie Puth gets shocked by seeing Jennifer Aniston. He eagerly hugs her and follows her wherever she leads with his puppy dog love. Oh, that's so cute. We'd all act like Charlie if we met the Friends star in real life. Going next on the Graham Norton Show, Ollie Murs is faced with an old tweet question about who he would want to have kids with. But what a coincidence, Mila Kunis is on the show with him. And it looks like Ollie admitted in his old tweet that he wanted to have kids with Mila. How sweet. Well, we'll leave you two alone so you can make a dream come true. Here we have Adriana Lima, a former Victoria's Secret model and arguably one of the world's most beautiful women. She was interviewed by Craig Ferguson when things got blurred. Poor Craig totally lost his professionalism seeing Adriana in front of him. Go for it. You don't meet Victoria's Secret models every day.
I know I wasn't going to do this on the air, honey, but I think,
In various interviews, Zac Efron and Alexandra Daddario can be seen flirting back and forth. Alex continually talks about their chemistry and Zac's great qualities, making him smile and seldom blush. In this interview, Zac can't take his eyes off Alex. He talks about the film Baywatch and says a rather pointed statement about falling in love. Alexandria took it a bit cold, but she actually admits on other interviews that she gets hot when Zac is in the room with her.
Falling in love is easy when you have a good partner.
This is what happens when Justin Bieber gets a little flirty. Bieber tried hugging Ariana Grande from behind right on the stage during a concert. She shamefully rejected him. But that's probably because at the time, Ariana was dating Big Sean. It's no secret that Drake has a crush on Nicki Minaj. He even talked about it in an interview. Having Nicki on a song also gets confusing. And well, there are even some clips showing Drake flirting with Nicki in which she doesn't seem really interested. Looks like Nicki knew Drake for too long. And that's another friend zone, broken heart story. Now let's get to the backstage at the 2012 Victoria's Secret fashion show. Miranda Kerr is interviewing Bruno Mars. During the interview, Bruno Mars compliments Miranda's stemples and wink. At the same time, Miranda says she's hot since he came into the room. Well, the place is too hot because both of you. It looks even more epic because Miranda was actually the one who started everything. What a girl.
Man, I'm hot. Maybe it's just because you walked in the room.
Dang. That's what I feel.
Way back in the day, there were some interviews where we could see Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock flirting with each other. Several years later, Ellen asked Sandra Bullock if they ever dated. She responded they didn't because she thought Keanu didn't like her. And well, Keanu later told otherwise.
Did you
She obviously didn't know I had a crush on her either.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sandra, why didn't you take a shot? It seems like Keanu was always too shy to make his first step. Now, we take a look at Chris Hemsworth's appearance on Good Morning Britain. Well, we all know his acting story, but the host kept flirting and talking about the size of his hammer. She did try to contain herself enough to remain professional for some points, but not for too long. Seriously, we all got the hammer joke. Why do you repeat it so often?
It's a smaller hammer than we're used to, but we'll make do.
Showing off about the size of his hammer. Yeah. We're back in a moment.
Susanna Reid's most significant TV moment was interviewing David Beckham. She literally couldn't take her eyes off him. Indeed, the man's second name is the most enchanting chap on earth. Amazing. That's the response she got for her flirt. What would you say if you were in the position of David?
Blinking hot under
these lights. It is very hot. I'm not surprised. You've got an amazing dress on.
Thank you very much indeed.
It's hard, isn't it? Life of the famous in front of the TV. Now let's get back to the Billboard Music Awards, in which Drake broke Adele's record for the most Billboard Music Awards in a single year. He uses his speech to remind everyone that we're here for a particular time, and we shouldn't just waste it. Then immediately flirts with Vanessa Hudgens. Look at Nicki in that video. She mutually asks, "What about me?" You shouldn't have blown him off in the first place. Speaking of Nicki, looks like she's not losing her time either. During the People's Choice Awards, Nicki Minaj uses her secret award-winning speech to say how much she likes Michael B. Jordan. What is wrong with that man? Or maybe right. Why all the women want him so much.
And shout out to Michael B. Jordan, because he's gonna be taking it off of me tonight.
That's the moment when Havers, the veteran actor, turned on the charm with Holly during a chat on This Morning. He left the host with a shocking face. Nigel was on the sofa chatting to Phil and Holly about Benidorm's new role and then decides to turn the tables and interview Holly instead. It wasn't before long that he reached for Holly, asking her whether she'd go out for lunch and then on vacation with him.
Enjoying yourself today? My eye on
what are you doing for the rest of the day? How about a spot of lunch?
Not awkward at all. In this interview for the movie Destination Wedding, Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder awkwardly flirt with each other and talk about how they met, until the interviewer gets them to admit their feelings.
No, yeah.
The movie, tell a story, we got to kind of fall in love.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Absolutely.
Well, Sandra, turns out you probably never had a chance there. On The Ellen Show, Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans are playing a game related to how well they know each other, when Ellen decides to have some fun with pictures. Can you give these people a break, Ellen? They might have 5 Avengers movies planned.
Wait, what am I looking at?
They'll get through without your help. Drake just won't stop. Shooting like an Uzi with his flirts, at the 2015 VMA Awards, Drake admitted that he was in love with Rihanna since the age of 22. Is that a love triangle, or Drake cannot merely pick?
She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
Justin Bieber decided to give Selena Gomez a shot on stage for the second time in his career. Apparently, Selena didn't seem interested at the time, based on her facial expressions. She even said that Bieber is like a little brother to her.
Oh no, he's like my little brother.
Poor Justin. This friend zone thing, we've all been there. But despite the comments, things did end up working out for Justin Bieber because they ended up dating for a while. We hope everything works out in our chemistry too.